all about my heart. I've been having some quite a journey lately, and I'll talk about that on this episode. Talk about the whole journey, a little bit of my heart condition, and a little bit more uh, about what's going on recently too. Hey, looks like my dad's here. A little bit more. Let me pause this. About what's going on recently. And Dad, you won the beer contest. I had to drink a beer last night, so I'm having a non-alcoholic beer today. So I owe my dad $50, unless my dad's already had a beer too. I saw my dad and my mom left on Tuesday, and they were visiting for a week out here in San Diego, California. It was really good to see them. They live in Virginia, and my dad said to me before he left, he said, "Whoever can go along without having a drink from now on gets $50." Well, I guess my dad won because I made it till about a day before. I was just tired last night. I had to take a walk anyway, and there's this little place down the street from here. They have a really good beer selection. My favorite beer these days is called Diamond Dust. It's by Pure Project. It's a they call it a murky IPA, and they have them by the singles. So I had a single one of those. Only had one beer last night, but anyway. Hey, my sister's here. My dad's already had a beer. All right, good. I don't know who won. I waited till yesterday, so. But this is a beer that a friend of mine gave me for my birthday the other day. It's a non-alcoholic beer. I only drink non-alcoholic beers on here, and if I'm drinking something in a what do you call that? What do they call those red cups? A solo cup? Then maybe it's not a non-alcoholic beer. But usually I only have non-alcoholic beers on the podcast, and this is one of them. I've never had this before. It's called Mash Gang. It's supposed to be a chug IPA. I'm gonna try it. I've never had it before. My friend Daniel and Laura and their kids gave it to me the other day at my party. It was nice of them to come out. I'll show you the birthday cards later. But I'm gonna open this beer. Dennis Driscoll's here. Hey Dennis, good to see you. My sister says my dad had a drink when I picked him up. So, oh, from the airport. But I think we started on Wednesday. We're supposed to start on Wednesday. My dad hasn't chimed in, so I don't know. We'll see what he says. Thanks for tuning in, Michelle. What do you guys think of this this view today? Got the fisheye going on here, but you can see me playing. You can see everything. Let me try this beer. I should probably put mine. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. As you know, I'm very honest on this thing. I will tell you if a beer is no good. I've done that a few times, but this one actually is good. It's nice and cold. That helps probably. It's a non-alcoholic IPA. It contains less than 0.5% alcohol, of course. Where's this one from? Chug IPA. I'm looking to see where it is. Oh, Chicago, Illinois. We usually have so many beers around here. People get beers from around here, but this one's from Chicago. All right, let me play a song and talk more about what's going on with my heart these days. Hey, Ernie, you're here. Good to see you, buddy. Like how you managed to color coordinate your banjo, sunglasses, hat, and now your beer. That's true. Didn't even notice the beer match. That's a good observation. There's a bunch of blue in there. Nice. Thanks for tuning in, Ernie. Nice to hear from you. And my mom's out there. Hey, Mom. No beer here. My mom said my dad hasn't had a beer yet, so that's pretty cool. My dad won. I guess my dad won that beer contest we had. It should be the anti-beer contest anyway. I don't know, y'all. Living in a motorhome, on the go all the time. Sometimes you just need to wind down with the beer. I hope you understand. I'm not like going over the top. I just had one beer last night, so now I sound like an alcoholic. Anyway, I'm trying to justify my beers. As per usual, I'm gonna just start with Keep on the Sunny Side, but today I'm gonna play the banjo really gently, no finger pick. There's no pick on my finger. And I'm not gonna use the bass track. We'll see how it should sound better. There's a dark and a troubled side to life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. Though you'll meet with the darkness and strife, the sunny side you also may view. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day, it'll brighten all the way. We'll keep on the sunny side of life. Though the storm and its fury broke today, crushing hopes that we cherish someday. Clouds and storm and time will pass away. The sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day, it'll brighten all the way. Keep on the sunny side of life. Let us meet with a song of hope each day. Though this moment is cloudy and fair, let us trust in our Savior always. He'll keep everything in His care. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day and brighten all the way. Keep on the sunny side of life. There's a dark and a troubled side to life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. And though you'll meet with the darkness and strife, the sunny side you also may view. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day, it'll brighten all the way. Well, keep on the sunny side of life. I'll keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day, it'll brighten all the way. Keep on the sunny side of life. If we'll keep on the sunny side of life. Alright, hopefully that sounded better. Does this sound alright out there? Somebody said I suck. Let's check out his page here real quick. I just want to check out his page real quick. Because the people that say that are the ones that are always like, they usually have no content at all on their channels. This guy has 47 videos. But he doesn't look like he's into banjo music anyway, so let's just forget about that guy. Anyway. But he's just out there wilding out on the internet. What else? Everybody say, my dad won $1,000. I don't think it was $1,000, Dad. I think it was $50. I'll have to pay you. Put it on my bill. I'll pay you in installments from now for 10 years. And, so yeah, it should sound better out there. The volume should be good and nice and soft. I was talking about this the last episode of the podcast. When you gotta play music through the mic, which is down here in this instance, because the camera's like long ways or vertical, I guess it's called. Then you kind of have to like, first of all, you can't get super loud or it's just not going to sound right. And then your voice has to be louder than the instrument, or else you're not going to be able to hear your voice properly. So maybe, hopefully, it's a good balance out there. We'll see. Um, let's see what else. So I'm going to talk about my heart condition here. I was born with a heart condition that runs on my dad's side of the family. And yeah, beer doesn't help it. Doesn't, I mean, everybody that, well, not everybody, but a lot of the people I talk to online, they drink. It's a lot of stress. It's high pressure. Um, Ernie says it's clean and clear through his earbuds. Cool. My sim at 3 a.m. in the kitchen burning a grilled cheese. I'm gonna have to ignore these comments, I guess, at this point. But thanks, Ernie. I'm glad to hear it's clear on your end. But yeah, I was born with this heart condition. It's called long QT syndrome. And I didn't know I was born with it. We just knew on my dad's side of the family there was a lot of sudden death. And I just found out from my dad the other day that his grandfather, who was named Levi Peak, I think my dad, as far as my dad understands, he was about 44 years old when he died suddenly. So he might have had it as far back as that, which would have been like the 1800s probably, right? I wonder what year Levi Peak would have been born. It would have probably been the late 1800s, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know out there, mom and dad, or my sister. When would Levi Peak have been born? That's wild to think, right? Late 1800s. We're now in the 2000s. It's so interesting. But he died suddenly, apparently, my dad thinks. And maybe he had this heart condition. And nobody knew what caused his death, sudden death. And then my aunt, unfortunately, she was about 31 when she died suddenly one morning. And my cousin, he was about 12. I don't want to mention names because I just don't want to mention names. I do have a cousin. He was about 12, and he was on his paper route one morning, and he died suddenly too. And he may have had this heart condition. The point is, there's quite a few sudden deaths on my dad's side of the family, and my dad used to pass out when he was growing up, and I think my uncle said he's had bouts of it too or something. And so I started passing out when I was about 11, and nobody knew why. And it wasn't until I was 17 I passed out in high school. Fell flat on my face, knocked out my front teeth, blood everywhere. It was very traumatic. When I came to, everybody thought, I think people thought I was dead. I think I was out for quite a bit on that one, what I gather. And I think what I've heard is somebody was pounding on my chest, and that's probably what brought me back. And I can tell you, every time this has happened, I'm very disappointed to come back to wherever we're to this reality we're in now. I'm always very disappointed. It's like waking up from a really good dream, and you're like, oh man, this is like, that wasn't the reality that I wanted to be in. So, and I think that's near death. I mean, I'm pretty sure they consider it cardiac arrest, I think. And so I was 17 at the time, and I was sent to the hospital, and it was inconclusive again until a few weeks later, or a month later, there was a doctor, a cardiologist, Dr. Singh, I believe his name was. He detected it. He put me on a stress test, and he said, we think you have something called long QT syndrome, which is a heart condition. It makes your heart fibrillate really fast. It's not even actually pumping. It's just like fibrillating, like vibrating. And when your heart doesn't pump, of course, you don't get blood to your brain, and then you pass out, and then you could die. And so at that age, at 17 in 1994, I was implanted with a defibrillator. It was actually my abdomen at the time. And it would monitor my heart to make sure it was pumping regularly. And if it didn't, I would get shocked. And usually, like on movies and TV shows, you see people like they're laying there, they're passed out, and they go clear, and then the whole body goes like that. And I passed out when it shocked me before, and I think it saved my life probably. It's hard to say for sure, but I think it did. And so anyway, when I'm passed out, it'll shock me. And then I've had mine set for a long time to shock me before I pass out, because whenever I pass out, it's very traumatic. And like I said, when I come back, it's very disappointing. It's like it's a mind trip. And also, if I were ever driving, I don't want to pass out while I'm driving. I'd want to be shocked before I pass out. And so that's usually how I've had my defibrillator set for a long time. And for the most part, I don't have a problem anymore because I don't push myself super hard. I do a lot of exercise, but I don't go too far with it, actually. I do have to do enough exercise to feel healthy, but not so much that like an elite athlete. And every time I've ever pushed myself, that's when I start to have problems. I think even the first time I passed out, like when I was 11, I was skateboarding quite a bit. I was pretty active kid. I've always been very active. And the time in high school, I think I was running like 10 miles every morning. I don't think I was running that morning, but I was pushing myself pretty hard. And then about 3 years ago, I was pushing myself really hard. I was running 3 miles in about 18 minutes, a little over 18 minutes, I think it was. Might be 18:30 or something around there. It was fast. I was running really fast. I was just pushing myself to see if I grew out of it, and I didn't, because I started having real problems again. But the other part of this whole ordeal is that when the device breaks, it'll shock you for no reason. And as you can imagine, getting shocked, like I said, when you watch those movie shows or movies or a TV show, when they shock somebody, the whole body convulses like that. That really happens to you, like when you have an internal defibrillator too. And the other day I was at my mechanic, and I went to go back and get my wrench because I was kind of helping him do this job on my motorhome. And when I went back to the garage, it started to shock me. I was kind of jogging back, not like sprinting, but I was jogging back to the garage. And I thought, well, maybe it's because I was moving too fast. I got shocked and it just misread it. But then it shocked me twice again. The first time it knocked me down because I was jogging. And so it knocked me down. And then I was like, okay, well, hopefully that was just a fluke. And this kid working there, he's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. I just got shocked by my defibrillator. He's like, what is that? You know, nobody knows what it is. And I just said, and then I got shocked again, and I go, oh my God, I got to go sit down. So I went over to a chair and went to sit down, and it shocked me a third time. And now I'm like, every time it's shocking me, like everybody can hear it go, like I'm not screaming, but it was like like that kind of, like a, what do you call it? Like a grunt came out of me. Like every time it was like, ah. And it's really traumatic, super traumatic. So I'm sitting down now. I get shocked a third time. I'm sitting down, and thank God this mechanic comes running out of the garage, and he goes, is there anything we can do to help you? And I go, if you have a magnet, I think I can turn this thing off. And thank God that mechanic went running into the garage, and he found a magnet was part of his parts tray. So when you have parts, like metal parts, you don't want to lose them, you put them on a magnet tray. And so I put that on immediately. By this time, there was already 6 shocks. And I put it on, and I could hear the thing. I could hear my defibrillator beeping. It was like, beep, beep, beep. They put them in your chest now. They used to put them in your abdomen. Now they put them in your chest. And I heard it go off, and it stopped. Anyway, long story short, I ended up in the hospital for a couple days so they could like check things out, make sure it wasn't my heart. It wasn't my heart. It was the defibrillator's gone bad, and specifically the wires from the defibrillator from the battery pack to the heart have gone bad. They break, and it's only been 3 years. So I was pretty dismayed. I was actually like I was in despair a couple weeks ago when this happened. I guess it would have been about 10 days ago that this all happened or something. Anyway, I was like super depressed because I was like, I'm not getting another one of these things. This is too much. Because I've been through this before where they malfunction, and it's a nightmare. It's like a living hell when this thing starts shocking you for no reason. It's like, and I'm just like thinking to myself, I can't live like this anymore. I've gone through all these surgeries, and it's really dangerous when they take these wires out of your heart. I've had to do that a few times. And it's always like super sketchy going in to do that. And I was just like, I think I'm just gonna turn this thing off and like just live without it, you know, just take my chances. But then one of the guys from the device company, it's called Medtronic, he came in, he goes, we have a new device that might be better for you. It actually goes, it doesn't go near your clavicle, which is why I break these things. I move a lot and do pull-ups and push-ups, try to stay in shape, you know, all that stuff. And he said this one just goes around your like chest cavity, and it goes up from there. And he said you probably won't break it. It's really hard. It's a lot harder to break, and also it's not as dangerous to insert, and it's only under the skin. It's not as dangerous to do the surgery. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. And then my doctor the next day confirmed it. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do this upgrade. And so then I was kind of stoked. My parents were there, thank God, and they saw my mood shift. I think I was pretty upset. And then when I found out this, maybe I'll have an upgrade, it started to make sense. I think God was kind of telling me and everybody like, hey, time to get the upgrade, because you know the world's in a state of it's almost not, what is it, anyway, it's upheaval, I guess is a word you could use. It's like the world is getting crazy right now, and we don't know what could happen next, and never can. That's always the way the world's been. But now it's like almost obvious that we're coming up on an apocalypse of some kind, which actually, apocalypse, it turns out, according to, I think it's a Mayan word, I think. It just means the unveiling. It means to reveal the answers. You get a lot of answers, you know, during the apocalypse. And it's usually a turbulent time of upheaval. So I think God wants me to get this upgrade before the apocalypse completely sets in, or Armageddon, or whatever we're calling it. And so that's my story. That's pretty much what happened. I'm okay. My heart, thank God, is fine. I'm in good health. Like they checked my blood pressure. All that stuff is great. My blood sugars, all that stuff, no problems. It's just this thing is broken because I'm too active. I drink too much beer. I'll be honest, but on that. But otherwise, I think I'm in pretty good shape, you know. And so don't worry about me really too much. Just I guess the hurdle still that I haven't gotten over is that my health insurance hasn't quite approved for this operation. That last I heard they hadn't, and also they have to get a bunch of specialists together to remove this lead that's in there currently. They won't have to put it back in, but they'll have to get some specialists together to remove it because it's pretty dangerous, like I said. And so that's getting all those people together in one room. Apparently takes a while because they're all very busy. So that's the other hurdle, is just scheduling, and they're saying hopefully early May. So in the meantime, I'm wearing an external vest. I don't have it on currently. I probably should, but it's pretty uncomfortable, and it has this big pack and stuff on it. I did wear it this morning. I wear it when I sleep and in the morning, which is usually when I have legit problems with my heart. So, but if I'm not feeling well, I'll wear it too. And in the meantime, I'm just waiting to get the surgery. So let's see if anybody's got any legit questions here. Grandpa died in 1924 at 44 years old. So that's, he was born in 1880. So that's interesting, right? 1880, that's crazy. And then Steelman, Slow Heart Mart. Hey, what's up, dude? Good to hear from you, Damien. Hey, Damien, I'm coming to Albuquerque soon, man. I'm gonna visit. I'm gonna be there for at least April, I think. So let's get together, man. I got a gig at Tractor Brewing in Nob Hill on April 9th. Come on out, Damien, or aka Steelman, Slow Heart Mart. Ernie, what did he say? I appreciate that you're still part of this world. The world needs an upgrade. Hey, thanks, Ernie. Appreciate that. I know, Ernie, I know you've had some health issues lately too in the last few years or so. I hope you're doing well, man. And then what is let's see. So the world needs. Oh, Peter's here. Peter Dames is here, I think. That's Peter Dames. Hey, Martin, glad to see you are still vertical. Yeah, man. Super vertical, man. I'm vertical. I like this view. What do y'all think of this view? It's like you can see my whole motorhome. I think it's a cool view. I had a friend say she didn't like it as much because it's not as close. It doesn't feel as close, but I think I like it. Damien says, sweet, let's do it. And Peter says, Peter here, hope to see you in New Mexico. Yeah, man, I haven't secured any gigs yet in Silver City, Peter. Hopefully maybe I can play a house concert or something around there, I guess. I'll check in. I haven't talked to Juniper and Daniel. I don't know if they're in Silver City these days or not, but I was gonna check in with them and some others to see. I do this every time, man. I just wait too long, and it's like, I always wait too long to book stuff, so. Thanks, Peter. Peter says I can stay with him down in, you're in Silver City still, right, Peter? All right. How about another song? If you guys have any other questions, I'm glad to answer them. We're 26 minutes in here. Oh, please like the video too. It looks like there's 11 people, 5 likes. Lunch break is over. Ernie says, hey, thanks for checking in, Ernie. Good to hear from you, buddy. Have a good rest of your work day. So if you have any more questions about this, please let me know right now. It's like, you can ask. I know a lot of people don't really understand it. It's kind of complicated, but it's also very simple, you know. Basically, I just have a heart condition that acts up at very random times, and it's very infrequently that it happens. And like I said, it's usually at times when I'm run down or overdoing it. I remember one time it did it. I was up for 2 days straight at South by Southwest, which is never good. I always have to get my sleep. I always have to sleep properly. So I can't stay awake sleep deprivation is really bad for me. Just stuff like that. It's not really a big deal otherwise. It's, you know, it's like sometimes I ask myself, is the cure worse than the disease with this defibrillator? And everybody does. I don't currently take any medications, thank God. I know a lot of people do, and God bless those people. I feel like I do fine without the medications. I take other supplements in place, and then also just, like I said, keep myself in pretty good shape, except for some beers. Everybody's got their vices, man. It could be a lot worse, you know? It could be a lot worse. So the reason I'm called FastHeartMart, is because, you know, I've got this heart that kind of does random stuff, and I'm lucky to be alive. And they wouldn't let me into the military, which is what I was going to do after high school. But then suddenly I wasn't allowed in because I have a heart condition. And then I hated school. I didn't want to go to college. And I reluctantly did for a little bit. But I just dropped out and started playing my music because life is short. And none of us know how long we have to live. And I just felt like if I'm going to be here, I want to do what I want to do, you know? I want to live the way I want to live, and otherwise it's not worth it. It's not worth being alive. I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in a passionate way. Life should be beautiful, and for the most part, it is when I follow my heart and my dreams, which is the next song I'm going to play. It's called Hearts and Dreams. Try and tell you what you gotta do. Don't listen to them unless you think it's true. Follow your heart and your dreams. Follow your heart and your dreams. I've been alive for a while now, and one thing that I know. You gotta listen to your heart. If you're gonna protect your soul, follow your heart and your dreams. Follow your heart and your dreams. People try and tell you what you gotta do, but don't listen to them unless you think it's true. Follow your heart and your dreams. Follow your heart and your dreams. Cause I've been alive for a while now, and one thing that I know, you gotta listen to your heart if you're gonna protect your soul. Follow your heart and your dreams. Follow your heart and your dreams. I saw some hearts flying there. That was cool. Thank you, whoever did that. I don't even know how you do that. Thanks for the hearts. And that's a song. Somebody said excellent. Thank you, whoever said that. Ortho. I could not even. Ortho Gluchin's available. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that last word. Ortho. Thank you, Ortho. Appreciate that. I'm so bad sometimes at pronouncing things. I can't even speak English a lot of times, so I speak my own language. And so it was my birthday recently, and I don't know, these days I don't even know if this is a podcast or a live stream or whatever this thing is we're calling it now, because podcasts usually involve like a guest or whatever, and it's like about information, which this one is about. It's about a serious subject. So if anybody's out there who's got long QT syndrome or something like it, they can watch this, you know. Probably put long QTs. I'll probably like hashtag long QT syndrome or something on there. But it was my birthday recently. Thank God I've made it through another birthday. Anybody who knows me knows that every year around my birthday, I feel like something tries to take me out. It's just so weird. I mean, it's been happening since I was like a teenager. I can remember I'd either get like a serious flu, seriously depressed. I've had nervous breakdowns this time of year. Of course, a couple weeks ago, my defibrillator almost shocked me to death. You know, it's always something. And I don't want to sound like I'm manifesting this, and then there'll probably somebody's out there going, he's manifesting that or whatever. And you might be right. But every year I'm like, okay, maybe, because this year I was like, maybe I'm going to get through it. I'm taking care of my immune system. I'm not going to get super sick. And I don't know, just every year something happens. Do I busk? Yeah, I've been busking since 1999. I don't do a whole lot of what they call, you know, real busking now, because I book gigs. It's really gotten really competitive out there, especially in California here. You like show up and there's already somebody there, or like it just doesn't work out or whatever. There is some spots around that I like to do every once in a while, but for the most part, I like to book the gigs ahead of time and because I got to make a living and stuff. And I used to make pretty good money busking too a long time ago. You're very entertaining. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that. Really cool. Thank you very much. But it was my birthday recently, and so I got a bunch of friends, and we all got together for my birthday. A lot of us got together for my birthday. People brought cards. Thought I'd show them on here. This was my friend, Kara and Jeff. they gave me this card, and it has a super old car on the back, on the front of it, and this guy's pushing it from the back, and it just says, "The joy is in the journey. Happy birthday." That's cool. That was a cool card. So thanks to Jeff and Kara for giving me this card. My dad, of course, was able to identify the car pretty quickly. My dad's like a car buff aficionado, I guess you'd say. This was from, who was this? Oh, this was my friend Kristen. She gave me this card. It's a cool card. It says, "Here's to another year of adventure. Happy birthday to my favorite explorer." She's so cool. She she gave me that. I think that was Kristen. I pondered. Oh, and then then this is my I call her my wise aunt, Joyce. She's not really my aunt, but she's a really close friend of the family. She gave me this one and says, "I wondered what to get you for your birthday. I struggled. I racked my brain, and finally I decided, the heck with it. I don't need this stress. Have a happy birthday." Yeah, so that was cool. And, it was really nice to hear from her. And then my friend Ian, who actually sold me this motorhome, he's a good friend of mine now. He got me this birthday with the birthday card with the dude on it. Some people say you're getting old, but I say that's just like their opinion, man. Happy birthday, dude. The dude abides. We had a good time over my birthday party over there. Ian came, and then this is one of my fans, Daphne. She's I think Daphne's about 7 now, and she drew a picture of us. That's me, and that's Daphne. And she just had happy birthday with hearts and stuff. Super cool. It was a cool little birthday. Thanks to everybody who sent messages and cards and all that stuff. It was a super cool birthday. My parents were there, which was nice. It's always nice to have my parents. And the next order of business I was going to talk about, I actually had a list of things here today. I made a list today. I was somewhat organized. I'm keeping it super simple, as you can see with the setup. Just going straight to the iPhone here. No computers, nothing to break or get too hot. It's a hot day here. I might have a second one of these non-alcoholic beers. It's about 85 degrees in here, I think. Oh my goodness, it's 87 degrees in here. So it's pretty warm. It's pretty warm. Been a warm week here in California. I think it was back east too, wasn't it? You guys back in Virginia, you got some good weather, didn't you? Peter Dame says territorial buskers, the surfers, like surfers. It's true, man. I used to do this busking in this one spot on the beach here. It was in Pacific Beach. I made this spot. I made it. It was my spot. Nobody used to do it until I started doing it. And then before I knew it, other people were coming in and they took my spot. It was just so crazy. Territorial pissings, yeah, for sure. 80s here in Texas, Ortho says. Yeah, it's pretty warm, which is nice. I'm not complaining. I like it warm. Just a little suspicious, I guess, but just more reason to drink a cold non-alcoholic beer. Let me try this other one they got me. This one's called Mash Gang Journey Juice Fruited IPA. Another non-alcoholic there. My sister says it was 89 in Virginia on Wednesday, and then snowed yesterday. What? 50-degree drop in 24 hours. What the heck? That's crazy. Well, at least you had a nice day on Wednesday, huh? I guess. That's hot. I guess it was super hot. Expecting a freeze on Tuesday. Oh my goodness. You're in Texas, Ortho? Crazy. It was so that's crazy. Yeah, it's been hot here, but it hasn't been like up and down. The mornings are pretty cool, which is nice. Good sleeping weather. I mean, it heats up pretty quick. It's nice. I have a heater in my motorhome that I turn on. I fixed my furnace, thank God, and it works so great. Tyler, I'll call you Ty. Are you in Tyler, Texas, or is your name Tyler? Chemtrails. I've seen. There's been a lot of chemtrails. My friend Jeff and Kara that I was just telling you about that gave me this card for my birthday, they're really into chemtrails. They follow those quite a bit. Yeah, there's a lot of chemtrails out here. You got them out there in Silver City, Peter Dames. Weather modification, exactly. It was awesome Wednesday, my sister says, and yet it is supposed to be so cold on Tuesday. What the heck? That's crazy. Ooh, that's pretty good. I was like not expect this one. I was like, there's no way this fruited IPA is gonna taste good. It is actually really good. Good job, Mash Gang. The fruited IPA, good stuff. Hey, if you have any IPAs or any non-alcoholic beers you want me to try, just send them my way, and I'll do a little review on the podcast live stream. Ortho, did you say you're in Tyler, Texas? Okay, you're in Tyler, Texas. Weather modification for sure. Yeah, I believe it. And we all know it's possible. They did it in the Vietnam War. They made it rain stuff for the Vietnam War, so that we know it's possible. But it's so controversial. I was talking about it the other day with a friend of mine, and then another friend of mine came into the conversation. He was just walking by, so he's a cool dude, I like him. And he heard us talking about it. He's like, "Oh, you guys talking about weather modification and stuff? It's a bunch of crap." And he's like, "You probably don't believe in the moon landing." And I was like, "Nope, I kind of don't actually." And God bless him. He got pretty upset and started and then he just kind of walked away. And I was just like, man, we were just talking. My friend and I were talking about weather modification amongst ourselves, and then he interjected himself into the conversation, got offended, and left. It was just like, dude, how can I avoid that? I couldn't even. It's not like, I don't know. We weren't talking about flat Earth or anything, but anyway, which I think should be allowed to be talked about without people getting mad, but that I guess other people think the same differently. Drought in Iran that U.S. government bragged about. Shoot, is that true? No problem with good music. Let's play another song. How about that? I'm gonna be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Arizona actually. In April, God willing, and the surgeons don't push my surgery forward, which I don't think they will, and I gotta brush up on my Albuquerque songs because I had a whole other music career in Albuquerque a long time ago. A lot of people know that. Damien knows that. My parents know it. My sister, Peter Dames, definitely knows that, and I had a whole repertoire that I hardly ever play anymore, and I was playing guitar at the time, as you know, and now I'm playing banjo. I probably should have changed my name back to Martin Stamper on the banjo, but I don't know. I just still feel like FastHeartMart, and I'm playing a lot of the songs I used to play on guitar. I'm playing on banjo now, so this is one of them. This is a song called Sister's Tiny Hands by the Handsome Family, and I'm pretty proud of this banjo version I'm gonna do of it. Zach said Martin for president in 2028. I'll do it. I'll do it, But the problem is if you're legit and you're true and you do what needs to be done for the people, you don't survive. They unalive you. So how are we gonna fix that problem? I don't know. That's a big problem. But this song's called My Sister's Tiny Hands. It's by a band that's based in Albuquerque. They were originally based in Chicago, but in the early 2000s, which is when I met them, they moved back to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And this is one of their songs called My Sister's Tiny Hands. We came in this world together, my arms wrapped around each other, my cheek against my sister's, we were born like tangled vines. And we lived upon the river, where the black clouds never linger. The sunlight spread like honey through my sister's tiny hands. while picking sour apples and the wild waving grass. Sister stumbled in a briar and was bitten by a snake. And every creature cast a shadow under the sun's golden finger. But when the sun slips past the waving grass, some shadows get dragged along. Took to drinking bottles of cheap whiskey, myself stumbling through the backwoods, killing snakes with a sharpened stick. But still I heard her laughing in the wild waving grasses. Still I heard my sister splashing at the river's sparkling shore. So I took my rusty gas can and an old iron shovel. I set the woods a-burning, filled the river up with stone. And every creature cast a shadow under the sun's golden finger. But when the sun slips past the waving grass, some shadows get dragged along. My Sister's Tiny Hands by the Handsome Family. All right. Well done, young man. Am subscribing will follow you. Hey, thanks. Thanks, Ortho. What do I call you, Ortho? Is that okay? All right. So that I'm gonna be playing in Albuquerque on the 9th of April. I need some more gigs, y'all. Somebody wants me to play a house concert. Hey, Damien, you want me to play a house concert at your place again? I'm looking for some senior centers to play because I have my friend Mitch started an organization that will pay me to play at senior centers. Just have to give me a place to play, and the senior center doesn't have to pay me. I just need a place to play for the seniors. And yeah, I'm just looking for gigs. I got one gig in Albuquerque, I think maybe two. Actually, I think that one's in Santa Fe, but I'm not sure. I think that might have to get canceled or moved around because it was in May. Oh, you had a place in Angel Fire? That's cool. Try the Civic Center. Maybe I will. Yeah, that sounds good. The Civic Center is huge. What else do I have on my list of things to talk about? Well, I got one more song to play. It's one of my own. It's called Let Go and Let God. I know I played it in the last episode. I know all these episodes or these live streams are pretty repetitive, probably. What's going on in current events? Dare we ask? Dare we talk about that? Dennis Driscoll, I could see he just sent me a Venmo. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that, Dennis. Hey, Dennis, next Wednesday, I'm playing at the Boat Club. I think it's 6:30. It's an open mic, so if you can make it to that, come on out, man. I haven't seen you out. I haven't seen you personally. I know you've been out and about, but I haven't seen you in a while, so it'd be good to see you, but no pressure, of course. You seem very circumspected today. I guess mortality checks will do that. Circumspected is a good word. Circumspect. Yeah, you're right. I would hope I feel calm. It does. Mortality, when you get one of those mortality checks, everything else is pretty easy to deal with, you know? Even though I'm still like, you know, struggling financially and stuff, so I get stressed out about that, but I guess everybody does. But yeah, hopefully I'm coming across as calm and just kind of whatever. I'm not like ranting. I don't think anybody knows what's going on anymore in the world, and maybe that's the way the powers that be wanted it. That's why they did all this. Like everybody's just kind of submitting, or what's the word, surrendering to whoever's shaking the jar. You know that saying. The red ants and the brown ants get along fine until somebody shakes the jar, and then they start attacking each other because they think each other is shaking the jar, but it's actually somebody else shaking the jar. So whoever's shaking the jar, I get the feeling this is exactly what they want. They want us to surrender. They want us to never vote again, because it doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter who we vote for, or they don't do what they say they're going to do anyway, right? This Epstein stuff, of course, you know, it's vile. But is anything going to be ever done about it, or is it just going to become more normalized? You know, is that what they're trying to do with that? I don't know. Hang on, let me see. Dennis says he's going to be there at the boat club next week. All right, cool. Good analogy. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the world. Not that I ever did, but I knew that to question everything. I've been questioning everything. I still am. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, the thing that was disturbing about Trump is he kind of just went rogue right out of the gate, man. He didn't even wait 6 months before he started bombing Iran. Like, what was that, last May or something like that? And what else did he do that was just kind of like, oh, he was like, there is no Epstein. There's nothing in the Epstein files or whatever. And it's just like, all that stuff, we were like, right out of the gate. He didn't waste any time. He could have waited to the end of his term to say all this crap and do all this crap, but he didn't. He just did it right out of the gate. So it was like, dang, dude. And now all of us who voted for Trump just feel like crap, or I do. Not that I would have voted for anybody else. You know, I wouldn't have voted for, is it Kamala? Is that how we're saying it now? Kamala? I wouldn't have voted for her, so it's not like it would have mattered who I voted for, but if I could do it again, I probably wouldn't even vote for Trump this time, just because it looks like it's such a mess right now. And hopefully you disagree. Hopefully you voted for Trump and you're like, no, dude, it's legit. It's on its way. We're heading to mass human enlightenment, you know, because of Trump. Maybe. I don't know. Could be. I'm not saying. My wife is Venezuelan and the country is very happy. Maduro's gone. That's good news. Love that. Love hearing that. You know, that's awesome. I know a lot of Iranians are saying the same thing about this thing with Iran. So, yeah, man. I mean, I'm open. It's just, he said no more war, no new wars, right? And again, maybe he couldn't help it. But the thing with Epstein was disturbing. The fact that he had all those people at his inauguration was really disturbing. Was it Mark Zuckerberg, right? Isn't he the one that owns Facebook? He was there. You know, Elon Musk was there. Wasn't too bad. But Jeff Bezos was at his inauguration. And I was like, what? Why is Jeff Bezos at Trump's inauguration? Somebody said they're pretty happy with Trump. That's cool. I mean, Damien says he's pretty happy. That's cool. Glad to hear that. Mike Dell, what you drinking? This is the non-alcoholic. It's called a Journey Juice Fruited IPA. It's non-alcoholic. I guess it's called Mash Gang. A friend of mine gave this to me for my birthday the other day. It's really good, if it's cold enough anyway. They're all corrupt if you and I against them. Looks cool. Yeah, it is. It's nice. Anyway, I hope we can openly speak about all this stuff without getting offended. But that's just where I'm at. Just looks like a big old mess to me, but could be wrong. I'm open to the idea. I could be wrong. I'm glad Damien said he's happy with Trump. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. It's wild times for sure. It feels to me like we're on the verge of something. Looking great, Martin. Happy you're doing good. Oh, hey, Noah. What's up, bud? Good to hear from you, Noah. Hey, I'm coming through your neck of the woods in April, so hope to see you guys then. We'll get some food or something. Have some beers or something. How can you go traveling? How can you go traveling, right? And not have beers with your friends? You know, like, I used to do it. I've done it. I've done it many times. I've been sober as a judge, on the wagon, super hard. I've done it many times. But it's just kind of like, it's just more fun to go out and have some beers. Thanks, Ortho. Thanks for tuning in today. I got one more song, everybody. I'll play one more song. I think everybody's ready to go. I am too. It's getting ready to be an hour. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for all the donations from my parents and Dennis Driscoll. Thanks, everybody. And anybody else who might have... Let's see. Did anybody else donate? Let's see. I don't think so. No, I think that was it. And that's okay. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. All right. I'm going to play my song. It's called Let Go and Let God. It's about how sometimes things get so crazy, there's nothing you can do about it except for let go and let God. And see you probably next week. I think I'm going to have time next week to do this. I do these whenever I have time, so I'll probably have time next week. Seems like dark forces are attacking us from the land beyond, and it seems like they've done it before. They're doing such a great job. All these times we are all living in are getting pretty high. Whenever I think I've had enough, I let go and let God. Is there anything we can do to make the adrenaline stop? Or will this always be the one if all our leaders are by? All these times we are all living in are getting pretty hard. Whenever I think I've had enough, I let go and let God. Will these villains ever get served? Will they ever get caught? 'Cause it seems like they always escape, and we're living in their psyop. All these times we are all living in on, getting pretty high. Whenever I think I've had enough, I let go and let go. Is there any hope left for us? Or have we all lost the plot? Does humanity still have a chance? Does humanity still have a shot? All these times we are all living in, I'm getting pretty high. Whenever I think I've had enough, I let go and let go. Let go and let go. Thank you so much, everybody. I got a couple comments here. Let me make sure I don't have to address any of these. Okay, bro, talented. Thanks. We miss you at the Dale City Farmers Market. It's not been the same since you left Virginia. Hey, Susan, thanks a lot for saying that. I'm coming back in August. I got to book that next week, I hope. I'll be back to the Dale City Farmers Market, maybe the first 3 Sundays in August, I hope. Hopefully they got room for me. Triple threat. What? Let's go. Hey, thank you, Mike. And Peter says, it's FastHeartMart left-handed or just left brain? It's FastHeartMart. Yeah, it's just the way this the live, when you go live on a phone like this using the face camera, everything gets turned around. So it's kind of annoying. I know it bothers my dad too, but there's nothing I could do about it. So, all right, y'all. Thanks a lot for tuning in. You guys are great. See you next time, and maybe see you in person, in real life, at one of these gigs coming up. All right, see y'all. Where do I turn this off at? Oh yeah, right here. Wait, it's got another comment. Ortho said, we will say some prayers that you overcome the health crisis. God is magnificent. God couldn't leave without hearing your last song. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that, Ortho. Thanks for staying around. If I'm in town, maybe I can host a house concert. Okay, cool. That sounds good, Damien. Yeah, hopefully you're in town, man. I would love it if I'm going to be there the whole month of April, so hopefully mostly of it. So I'll see you then, hopefully sometime. All right, see y'all. Bye. Let me turn this off here.